Oh shit! I think I just notified myself. How y'all doing today? Woo! Motherfucker didn't expect to get it till Monday. I just ordered this shit yesterday. I found it online and you can't come down here, dog. Patch is on it. Hi there. How you doing, Miss Raymond? I'm quite excited today. I have some means of income. Anna's back out of quarantine, and her shelves require filling. And I happened to find glass yesterday. Ordered me some. Expected it maybe Monday, maybe by the end of the week. It came today. And I have beads to make. Marbles, pipes now, all sorts of things this weekend. I want to get a new tank of oxygen because I don't have enough to last now. I did. I don't now.
The best way to burn fat is with more fat.
Best way to burn oxygen? Turn on the big torch.
Types of fat in your body. One is white fat.
And that's what we're fixing to do here in a little bit. I'm just getting ready.
There's a lesser known type of fat called brown fat. And this is the type of fat that literally just discovered.
Start out cutting some points.
Like fat. And researchers have actually discovered that adults have much less active brown fat on their bodies, which is why they're not like walking around skinny. But they also discovered a way to activate this brown fat so you can actually strengthen the metabolism and start moving the well without being there's actually
Get this guy off of here. Hey, Rabel, how you doing?
Into brown fat so that your body can act.
I got the Who playlist on today. Now, for now, I'm going to take and make a bunch of gathers and pull a bunch of points. I'm probably not going to actually make anything. I'm just going to do my hot work right now because I need to burn up that oxygen. So I'm going to do a bunch of gathers and pulls and all kinds of shit like that. Flat. my big torch just non-fucking stop. It's going to take me a couple of hours to heat that up. But I want it gone. So I get a new one. Anna said she loves my marbles, but she wants them 3 or 4 times bigger. I was like, they're going to be 3 or 4 times more expensive, right? She says, yeah. I go, all right, we're doing it then. We're making some god-awful marbles this weekend. This is a big marble.
You want to know why running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight?
It makes it bigger than it's getting hot.
I know that's hard to
hold on to.
But it's true. Cardio actually burns calories, usually in the form of
I'm excited! God damn it!
So the very next meal that you eat.
I got direction again.
When you even eat low-calorie food or run for an hour a day, it seems like you get softer, but you don't actually lose weight. And this is one of the biggest reasons why most weight loss attempts fail within the first 3 weeks. I don't do an hour cardio. I have never done an hour cardio in the past 5, 10 years, and I stay sub 10% body fat year round. Well, you could say, well, I have a couple of injuries and I can't lift heavy. You don't have to lift heavy to get in shape. You can say, well, I can't stick to a diet because I'm always hungry all the time. You can follow diets where you're not hungry and eating your favorite food. Okay? I'm not in shape because I don't know who to listen to. I don't know even what to do. Well, here's your chance to put all those myths to rest and learn exactly what you need to do to get in shape, depending on what shape you're in right now and what shape you want to be. With all those failed past attempts to try dealing with the fat around your belly, do you really think that this time is going to be any different? I mean, how long are you going to keep trying on your own? The rest of your life? Now, if I was your trainer and I showed you exactly how to support your belly fat, do you think that you'd get better results than working out on your own? Of course you would. So let me help you. There is a simple way to completely transform your physique in as little as 12 weeks, might say, Hugh Jackman did for the Wolverine movie. But to transform himself into the superhero, Jackman followed some of the secrets that I'll reveal to you. Chris Pratt went from the chubby, lovable Andy on Parks and Rec to the cover of Men's Fitness, sporting a killer set of abs. What's their secret? They ruthlessly cut
thick ass fucking slab right there.
They have zero time to waste because their next film role is starting in just a few weeks. So they can't waste time.
Nothing real exciting, just for me.
Is fruit basket. You should know that the advice to eat plenty of fruits
I'm gonna be working big this weekend.
Lawn. This is exactly where.
Hunter says, "I love your roses, but make them bigger." I was like, "Woman,
they recommend
those are expensive." She goes, "I don't care."
High vitamin content.
So I mean, I just don't like carrying around a marble that I got to charge
a
couple $100 for and I can't get rid of.
There's no doubt
because that takes a lot of this. That's expensive.
Vitamins, minerals, fiber, and
so you're going to get to see some shit this weekend.
For most people, especially women. Well, guess what?
Maybe not right now because we're just going to do a lot of prep work.
Apply to a lot of vegetables as well.
Hi, King. Hi, everybody.
How can you
I finally got some glass, and Annaz out of quarantine.
The truth is, when people say that
fucking
they're in shape,
things are looking up.
They tell me if this sounds familiar to you. One, they start eating less because the only way to lose weight is to burn off more calories.
I think I'm doing better than most people on the planet because
they start doing more cardio, jogging.
And I've got
doing the
loyal customers
because they want to increase
that love my shit.
Calories they're burning to lose weight faster.
A couple of them that actually love me.
That when you do this, you're actually hurting yourself. How?
And my landlord is like the coolest cat on the planet.
But if you're interested,
instead of rushing me and pushing me for rent,
very common things
he's trying to shove another brand new car down my throat. I love the guy.
When you click it,
so I might be driving a new car next week too.
Easy questions. And after
it ain't brand new. It's got about 200,000 less miles than mine does, though. So it's pretty fucking brand new to me. And he only wants to charge me $100 a month for it. I was like, "You fucking kidding me, dude?" I'm telling you. I told you last week. I ain't complaining. I understand some of y'all motherfuckers got some money. You bet somebody told on you. Damn it. Y'all killing me. Look, you probably need it more than I do. Don't be donating to the pond. I appreciate it just as much as you guys do. This is going on. So just tell record. I'll tell you what. I am fucking in a lot better mood than I have been. I haven't been in a real shitty mood. I've been okay. It just fucking pressing, trying to fucking figure out something. I found glass. I found fucking glass. A little bit. God dang it. Y'all killing me. Oh. It'd be a couple weeks before I'm out of my bind, but I mean, good God, man, it might be next week too. It depends on how much I can get done, if I can get me some new tanks and all that shit. It's back on my back. I love it when the fucking pressure is on my back. Then I have a direction. Oh my God. Let's get this fucking shit done. I visited the tax lady today. I got some fucking answers because I was scared that look, let me pause this shit. This whole damn tax thing. It's something for nothing because I don't pay taxes. I make sure that I don't make a whole fucking bunch of money so they can't come after me for not filing taxes. I'm legally allowed not to. Uh, I'm under the poverty line. And I very rarely, fuck, man, my son and I just don't do like food stamps or any of that shit. But from COVID, I had to go get some food stamps and had to do unemployment a couple of months ago. Uh, so I started reaching out for all that shit again. It was like fucking everything's closed down. Um, Things are turning around though for me. I mean, Creator knows I'm doing my best and going to provide for me. I can promise you that. Um, we all have hard times. Don't go out of your way to make mine easier. You'll make me lazy. And I might get nice. Don't fucking want me to be nice. Then nothing will get done. But I got to stay fucking focused on my shit. Um, I was up politicking until Pollyanna caught me red-handed about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like drooling on myself, fucking tired. I didn't even know what time it was. I'm in there all over Governor Polis. I was on his live feed yesterday, all kinds of. I mean, that motherfucker saw me talking to him, and you can see it in his face. He's like, "Oh fuck," he didn't know what to say. I put him on the fucking spot, and I got a lot of responses out of it. Favorable, not horrible, which I have quite often in the past. But people are starting to wake up to the fact that something the fuck is going on because this corona ain't what they say it is. There's enough people that have been diagnosed with it and lived, and they're all like, what the fuck are you fucking stressing about? This is a common cold. And people are actually catching on to it. It's kind of encouraging. But there's an awful lot of people that haven't yet. And I was taking Shepard's film and in like genres like that, that's better than my fuckity fucks. So I take them and explain to them, get them started to wake up that way. And people were liking it. So I'm sure his views went up too. What's up, my fish fart lady? I do. I do. I do. I'll copy paste a link, but I got to make a different statement every time I put it on somebody's shit, or they'll get me for spamming shit. So it takes me a while because I got to type. Then I get into discussions with people and stuff, and I'm hitting everywhere. I would have not met any of you. Like we got people I meet on YouTube. The mainstream news networks put out like COVID shit every day, and I make sure my feed has that because I can bam bam I spam hit every one of them motherfuckers, and people will click on it sometimes and see raw mapped and they'll shit themselves, and next thing you know, you're in chat. I appreciate all you looking because you have no idea how many fucktards didn't before y'all come along and started looking. It's been a very lonely road, and I am encouraged more and more every day that a greater power has its hand on this. That's for damn sure. He just put an asshole in the way, I guess. That would be me. I still haven't quite figured out my whole role in this, but I'm just over here doing what I do, and I can only have the knowledge of doing what I do. So I sway people's fucking vision to truth, just like I did with marijuana. And how beneficial it is for humanity and hemp and everything. I've been doing this for a long time. I just didn't know what I was practicing for. This is important. Everything else was subsequential, just training, I think. So I just keep doing what I have always done. So and let me tell you about what I've always done. Not a lot of people like it because, well, I mean, they like the benefit of it, but they don't like the act of it. Because I'm dealing with true snakes that chew their fucking rattles off. So you don't hear them coming. And that does not take a fucking weak demeanor. That takes a strong stance in fact, unshakable foundation. You have to have it, or they will fucking eat me. So if you don't like it, don't watch. I hand fashion whips every day. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Mindy. Everybody else I've missed. Things are definitely turning around for the better, as far as I'm concerned. It may not show and everything, but there's a lot of people that are waking up, and I'm hitting inside. I know there's human beings watching everything I post because I am very vocal about why I step down who I am in every one of my fucking posts on every one of these government channels. I'm not hiding who I am or who I worked for, how I found out, what I know. And people are tripping inside their organizations because I send off red flags. And that makes a human being inside our government have to watch the content just to make sure I'm not threatening the individual. There is a fucking cog in the wheel right there. If they fucking watch their moon and fucking put two and two together, they're a problem from the inside. Absolutely no fear. Absolutely. Because I don't care what they come at me with. I have never said a word that I cannot prove. So they would be drawing way more attention to themselves if they come at me for any fucking thing. And that's because I don't talk about things that other people are talking about. I talk about scientific fact that I've read on the fucking walls. And I can prove that's what those fucking hieroglyphs say. Go ahead, bring that kind of attention to me. These motherfuckers. See, they don't want to fuck with me. They don't want to ban me. They don't want to make noise. They want to let me make noise because I sound insane until someone looks. And I'm making them look from the inside. I'm using their own tools against them. I know how their tools work. I used to be one of them. I'm hoping to wake up the fucking governor to the hideousness that he's doing. And I'm not being nice about it. That doesn't work. I'm calling him openly complicit with mass murder, is how I'm fucking stating.
factual statements. And he knows. I know he knows. To prove he knows. Anyway, that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've been really into that, and my all-time favorite pastime when I just get tired of it. I'll go into Star Conflict and pew pew some motherfuckers, drop a bomb on a bitch, hit my invisible button, sit there and watch it blow up. I am so happy I got glass. Hi, Nicholas. The part of the magnet signature that opposes Horus's top of his hat. Thus, they're bound. That's why they travel together. In physics, that's why that Dingla cover is even there. I've covered it, but not extensively in previous videos, just in conversations, TK, like this one. That's why you're welcome over here. You ask good fucking questions. It's just all that kind of information is just overwhelming. It's too much. Look at what I do have in the videos, and people are complaining it's too much. I'm like, well, take it one at a time. That's all I have for you. You're either going to look or you're not, because I'm not going to hand it to you. I don't want to talk to people and tell them this information. That's ridiculous. It's way beyond words what we've run into. We've actually got physical proof of what's going on. Go look at it. That way you know it. That's my whole spiel there. I don't want any believers, and every one of you know that. I don't want every day John's getting, or I get one of us get about how he's a patsy in my cult. I have a cult now. The moon's doing fucking cartwheel cult. I don't know what the fuck it's called, and I'm not sure who the leader is because I refuse to fucking be. You guys have brought me equally amount of information that I've brought you, especially John. John, he brought us the metal plate that put the centerpiece together for omnipresence. That's fucking huge. It also worked on the unified field stuff. I mean, it's just I couldn't have done this without y'all folks helping with doing your homework. That's all I ever asked anybody to do. I love our cult. It's culture. It's the way we should be. It's not a cult. It's creation incarnate, I guess you could say. Um, it's our purpose for being here and created. How dare we believe that Earth couldn't live without us when a symbiotic relationship is required in creation? Gee. Did I read about desert ants? I've seen ants do react to magnetic fields, if that's what you're referring to. Oh God, jellyfish. Every day. I'm a narcissist cult leader. You know what I mean? You'd be wearing your hands thin, man. You just don't even know the flack I get. And John and I will laugh about it. I mean, it's like, God, dude, I could name names, but I don't because fucking they're people that I've spoken to that listen to my words and they never look at the evidence. That's who they are. And just like what Robert McIntyre or something 2 or 3 days ago, he was in here talking about dues and shit. I'm like, dude, get the fuck off of that shit. I said, the fucking, you've been around long enough to know the fucking moon's doing cartwheels. And what's the first thing out of his mouth? I ain't into that moon. What's the next thing I did? Block the motherfucker. He can't talk here anymore because this channel is specifically for who? People who look and see and understand the moon is flipping and why. And what that means for us. That's my prerequisites for being fucking here. Is it not? You got to lose your fear before you're allowed here. And obviously he was full of it. So he got his ass blocked. Yeah, they do that for a cell phone. I've seen it. Poor Pollyanna. I'll try to talk mumble jumble the way it doesn't understand my mumble fucking languages. Well, I am certain that we have the ability to levitate, all of us. Gurus have done it throughout the centuries. I've seen, I didn't believe it because recently the only thing you see in India is people trying to bounce on their knees and make themselves do fucking stupid shit, right? Apparently, when the UK went down there and took over India, they ruled over there for quite some time and massacred a bunch of people. And they were burning them at the stake for levitation. Some of these gurus actually were still levitating and understanding how to do it. That's not a special thing. That's something all of us can do with this magnet. You bet. And you just got to find your right power and your right mind. And that mind is down here, not up here. That's the whole key. And it's not for self. It can't be for self improvement, which a lot of these gurus nowadays are trying to fucking teach their people. That is the biggest fault of guruism today. It has nothing to do with self improvement. You know how you improve yourself? You improve creation. That's your brothers and sisters around you in all life. That is how you improve self. Because if everybody else is doing good, how could you not be? This is the way we're supposed to fucking exist. And it's like, holy shit, if we actually existed like that as a unified force of creation, like we are, I can see the greatness in creation. I can see the greatness in what we are going back to. And I can get over the carnage that may be coming. Yeah, that's about the long and short of that I got because it is fucking our future is beautiful. All we gotta do is be human. Same here, Jelly. Yeah, and knowing things gives you the power to be able to see through bullshit because you start understanding that's our language and you can feel these people's intent. Go with your gut feeling. TK, they're flying all over the place. I've seen them flying north and south at the same time, crossing each other. It's like, the fuck are you guys thinking? Just this year, I've been watching it. It's crazy. Yeah, Pollyanna, it's Titan planets that we can shake. This somewhere it refers to the Titans that we can make shake. We shake Titans. Humans, we're strong, we're powerful, we can shake the Titans. And I'm like, dude, it's not Titans that walk this planet that we shake. It was written somewhere in Egypt. I can't remember because it was just one of those stories that I'm absorbing all at once. I've got pieces of them. I haven't listened to them all enough to get them all yet. I just started this a couple years ago, but somewhere it's talking about how we make Titans shake, and I've figured out that that's not planetary Titans; it's planets that we make shake with all our magnetospheres and our strong magnets. That was a damn good gut feeling, Paul. Damn fine feeling right there. Yeah, I've seen them flying in V patterns and erratically in groups. Hi, Joni. That's basically it. That's how we treat each other. That's how we have to treat each other if we don't speak words, because the only language we have is the language of the heart, that telepathy that everybody talks about as if it's something special. That's actually our language. And sometimes people accidentally have slipped into it. Um, Obviously, because they think they're special. They got special powers. You always hear about it. Oh, I'm an empath. I'm special powers. No, you don't. Actually. But once you start using it, you're going to feel the intent of people. And it starts making things easier on you. And you stop listening to the words so much. Once I get ahead, I'll probably be popping off a chess set just to do it, but not right at the moment. Coffee time. I had coffee this morning. I just didn't get no sleep last night. Like I said, I was up politicking. I had to be at the tax lady's office at 10 o'clock. Um, Probably take a couple of weeks for her to do my taxes because she wants verification of like my customers, like Anna, which she keeps track of everything. And but she wants all my expenses and shit like that too. And I'm all like, she kind of answered my question anyways because I haven't done this in 7 years and I don't want to go to fucking prison. But I did the 1040. I ain't paid in a dime of tax. And even without the stimulus, they owe me $3,200 for 2020. And I'm like, I don't understand how that can be. So I had to go talk to the tax lady about it. Apparently, that's just the fucking way it is. And I'm going to file myself. Fuck it. I can prove all that shit that she wanted if they come at me. If they come at me, they're going to have to pay me for every year they come at me for, too. which is, I understand, is a bonus in my kind of situation. I have been very meticulous about my income because I understand that if you're under 13,000, you don't even have to report your income. And I'm paying $500 a month. I'm running about $900 expenses. So 13 grand is great. Keeps us fed, keeps me a little bit of gas, and all that shit. And even though that can be deduced in fucking business costs, especially considering I'm driving back and forth to Denver every week. Uh, I'm not worried about it anymore. Any kind of audit that I might get. I was concerned when I was sitting there looking at the 1040, knowing that and looking at all the zeros I put in there. At the total that was in it, I was like, that's just a little too much fucking money for nothing. So I started like getting all paranoid. I'm like, I'm gonna go to prison. And then, like I said, I talked to the tax lady today, and she's like, "No, you're entitled to that money." Um, but she needs the proof that I've actually made that much money. I'm like, well, that's actually an easy thing to do. She's like, well, that's the only thing we need. I'm like, so I left the office thinking to myself, well, it's going to take a couple of weeks for her to even fucking do it. I might as well do it and wait a couple of weeks for them to send me the money and save myself $300 or $400 fucking dollars for having her do it. Fuck it. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. See, I know how to do math. It just the math didn't come up right. I figured it would be zero. But that's not the way it came out. It scared me. I ain't never I don't feel right about money for nothing. But I mean, this is they're doing this. So I'm gonna file for the fucking money. I don't give a fuck. Head of household, yep. Yeah, I did. I checked it out. I know I filled it out right. It freaked me out how much money I was looking at. It's like they really owe me that much fucking money. And it's just strange. And I keep hearing fucking tax fraud, you're going to prison in the back of my head. But I'm not fraudulent about anything. I'm telling them I'm poor. I ain't paid no money to you. I've made money. And it seems like they just don't give a fuck as long as you don't make too much money. That's cool with me because I've never been a big fan of money. But if they're going to send me thousands of dollars, I'm a big fan of RVs and I'm going to fucking buy one. Watch me. I need one. And I kind of need a new car. So my landlord's going to sell me one cheap. And I'm like, okay, so I can probably swing both of those. If I get my tax money. That's all I do. Find me someone's, the cool thing about RVs, they can be 20 years old, but they probably only got about 10,000 miles on them. Fuck. A couple of fucking parts here or there on the engine, you got a brand new engine. Now, I've done that a few times and driven them 150,000 miles, sold them and upgraded. Made money off of the fucking RV I lived in for 2 years. You know, my landlord is the shit. He really is. I haven't paid him rent. because I ain't sitting on a whole lot of money. He told me take what money I got and buy glass, and I did, and it got here early, so that's why we're here working today. Because my landlord. Then I called him up and showed him this today. He's like, Thursday I'm buying you a new car. I'm like, fuck, dude. He's like, as a matter of fact, on your way up to Denver, why don't you stop by and fucking pick it up? And I was like, give me a week so I can get some money in my pocket. I don't wanna be fucking in debt, but I don't know, we'll work something out. He's an awesome guy. And he's a very smart man. He's a truck driver. So I started out telling him right when I moved in about the moon. And he saw the moon. He wanted to know why. Gave him rock. And he even took my financial advice right before the crash here. And he's doing okay. I didn't have the cash to do what he did. But he benefited from me knowing what to do. Which I've told you guys the same thing. That's where he got his information. Me. Same thing I've told you. Don't buy gold, buy silver. Per dollar, it will pay you back 10 times the amount gold will in a financial crunch. When I first bought it, it was $6.80. And it's definitely higher than that today. I think he bought it at like 9, 12, maybe at the most. Just when it took a dip. The last time it took a dip, he fucking jumped on it. And he's doing good. So he knows I'm not bullshit. And like I said, I've rebuilt his foundation in the house and stuff and put a lot of work into the house because I love the house. I love him. And it's just, he's a very fucking rare man to find. Absolutely. I buy bullion. I don't trade in coins. No, I just buy pure silver, 99, and I work with it, so I need it for work too. Yeah, absolutely. My landlord is the shit. I love him. He's a great guy. He's literally given me the shirt off his back before. That green shirt that I wear from the JB Hunt. Actually, Shepard had me wear that for the interview, and he crossed out Mike's name. That's that's his that's whose name was on the shirt. That's my landlord's shirt. He gave me the shirt off his back. I was over at his place putting some. My landlord, he rents me out in this 2-story house with the basement and everything, and he lives in a trailer in the Springs because he doesn't like this town. And when I first rented it from him, I had handed him a bunch of money and drove off with a key, hoping to myself, God, I hope I didn't just get fucking scammed. And it's an hour and a half drive out here from there. And I'm like, man, oh my God, when we got here, I was afraid to fucking put the key in the door, afraid somebody was going to eat me or something when I opened the door. Oh, geez. But it's turned out to be the best landlord I've had in my life. I don't do emails. Yeah, I very rarely check them on. It wouldn't do you any good. I do Messenger because I can push that little microphone and it talks, or I do this. This is my only real communication with the world. I'm a real whistleblower. I got to kind of keep it limited. I can't have bank accounts, PayPal, any of that shit. Electronic transfers suck. We've all seen that result. Well, not all of us. A bunch of us have thought that we were okay with the Walmart thing. Yeah, Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I've got a nice yard. Actually, Jelly, I could make a big garden. I've got flower gardens I take care of. That my landlord. See, this is my landlord's mom's house. She died, and I've just been taking care of it for him. It's 100 and some years old. I've been refixing it and shit. I just mom told me not to plant this year, and I didn't. She told me it would have been a waste. And I see. I told. I told. Look, on the 21st of December, not this year, but the year before, in 2019, my son and I were down in Winter Rock, and I had told in a couple of videos around that time, don't plant this year. The harvest will be zero. So I had been telling people literally that the fucking corn was going to grow 2 foot tall and die, but I didn't know what I was saying. I just knew that Mother Earth had told me don't plant because I was going to plant some wheat, and she said it's going to be a wasted effort. And I told the Hopi because the Hopi and I were arguing, the council and I, because I had tribes that wanted to move off the coast, and I felt that it would be best for them to move as a whole and start that prophecy thing and bring in the family together. And they refused and sent us to the Navajo, and that's why I ended up down there at the Navajo. And I told them the very same thing: your harvest is going to be nothing this year. Hold on to your pinions. And that's a nut that grows out there. Daffodils popped up today in January. No. It's almost like when I open my mouth and say the craziest fucking thing that you ever thought would ever come out of my mouth, you might want to duck because the craziest fucking thing that you've ever seen in your life is fixing to happen. And it makes me want to just keep my fucking mouth shut. Oh, Remnant, it's been rocking around. Yeah, after a certain amount of being right with you know, and I keep saying very clearly, this is not prophetic. This is just deduction from what I'm looking at. But it, it, still, as an outsider, if I was standing out looking, and I'd be like, I'm gonna keep looking up this fucking crazy bastard's words, but I'm gonna have to stop doubting some of the things this motherfucker says so harshly. Because yeah, I've been pretty fucking uncanny, right? But it's because I know what's going on. It's not guesswork, and it's still, even to me, man. It seems that I'll sit here and be like, I know I'm going to be wrong about that. I know I'm not. And next thing you know, I'm not. And it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll be wrong about this. And then next thing you know, 10,000 people within the matter of 5 minutes disappeared from the face of the earth because the earth literally liquefied and swallowed them. And you start to realize, Jesus Christ, if I wasn't wrong about that, what the fuck else am I not going to be wrong about? That's your inside voice. I'm going to give you my inside voice. You don't want to hear that one. It, yeah, no, I get the chills thinking about it. And as a qualifier, it sets me on fire when people don't want to look at what's happened and the evidence has been presented because it's all time stamped. And the events happened when they happened, well after the timestamp. And nobody goes and looks. They will sit and, well, some people do, but for the majority, what happens is somebody will say something quippy to dismiss everything that you just said. Well, here's how I work it. I'm like, all right, so we've got this fucker over here being, I know how society works. They just said something quippy and it has no substance, but it's going to make people laugh it off. So I have to address that, which I do. And that takes up an awful lot of time. Sometimes I get into long strings of conversations with 27 fucking different people on one comment. And for maybe two or three people on that comment to fucking thumbs up and heart it because they actually went and looked. And then I see them on my YouTube making a comment. They never comment on my comment, but they always comment. The people that look comment on my content. The people that never look always comment on the comment. See, there's a whole thing right there that I've learned I have to do. If I make a fucking comment, I got to stand strong in that comment to 30 people with 30 different fucktard fucking things that I have to point out that they are an absolute fucking fucktard to the whole world so they can. That's why I pin up my trolls. Because if somebody is coming along wanting to know, should I bottle water for my child? And they see the fucktard over there, and they're like, I don't want to be that guy that the fucktard's making fun of. They're not going to bottle fucking water. So I have to take care of fucktard. That way, then they'll see me making a very distinct point about why that person is such a fucktard, and then they'll be like, "Damn, I really don't want to be that guy." So it helps with some people. I've noticed that I have to do that. And by have to, I mean, I know it's not my job. But for God's sake, this is a human being and their children. It is my job. It's everybody's job to do that. We're humans, all of us. So I don't care who, what color, religion, whatever you are. Look at it, please. That's all I ever ask anybody. And that's what I basically tell the fucktards. All I ask you to do is look at your moon. It's in the sky, you fucking fucktard. If it fucking does a cartwheel, you know that You might want to start fucking saving some rice and fucking beans. But if it doesn't do a cartwheel, then you can come back and call me anything you want. But you might want to look before you open your mouth because the world is seeing our moon do a cartwheel. And that's how I will address a fucktard. And then when people look at that, they're like, okay, maybe I should go look at the moon before I open my fucking mouth. It does. I know. Isn't that fucked up? The great unifier. I've been called the angry catfish for so long. Catfish, even 10 years longer. It's just, I guess I earned that title. I got stingers. I'm glad you're still here, for God's sake, Glenn. Well, Glenn, humanity, see, here's the big picture, and it's kind of confirmed if you want to listen to the Emerald Tablets of Thoth today. I'll tell you what's going on. I've got a better picture than the last time we've spoken, I think, about the grieving for humanity. And it's gotten easier for me to be like, really? Okay, let's fucking do this. Remember that first picture I showed you with the 1748 hertz that I translated and shit? The dome over us, that represents some kind of electromagnetic shield around us, hiding us from creation and centered from below Earth, in Earth. Some kind of mechanical thing they have that actually recycles our souls and does basically, it siphons off our extra spark, leaves us pretty dim at birth. They almost kill us, but they can't. And they've described how they try to separate us from the power, but it's the spark God gave us. Well, Creator's not happy because that's how all of creation grows. And he's given them several opportunities for who knows how long. I don't know. To right what they've done. And I'm pretty sure they're very clear on what they've done. And they have a great bit of fear. And dispelling this knowledge that they didn't have, I'm hoping to kill their fear so we can get this peace meeting going. But here's the big picture. We've all been here way too many times. We have to go home. It's not a bad thing, dude. Don't grieve. Celebrate. This is a time to be fucking happy, dude. All of creation is celebrating. Mama's celebrating. Mama's going home to her father, to her brothers, to her family, her actual physical home. Some of us are staying here because we're required for her life. There's a lot of us going home to Father to heal. This isn't the time to be sad. Whether they're asleep or not, it's not their fault. We don't have a fucking creator that's fucking vengeful. This creator understands what's been going on. Not that he's very forgiving, but he's not a punisher either. You just got to learn. That's the whole point of creation. We learn from our mistakes and we grow our spark and be the prodigal children to creation. And then all creation grows. Creation is good. We're just not in creation right now. We're in a construct. This is real. This is physical. This is life. You're not in some fucking imaginary matrix. That's not what I'm saying. Just to clarify, we've been trapped here in a void. They began thinking that they were more clever than creation and that they were going to harness us for some sort of power. I don't know what they fucking use our power for. No idea. I don't know that. I don't have that information, but I do know that they harness us and recycle us. And it's a perversion to nature. And the only way they can keep doing it is to keep us divided like that. Because together, the three of us together can call God physically to the planet. What that looks like, I don't fucking know. It's going to happen though, at some point. When? I don't know. The creator of everything is going to fucking physically manifest on this planet and put his hand on it and say, I'm taking my child home. And what that looks like, I don't fucking know. But I do know I've been shown that. And it's greater than anything I've ever seen because I couldn't see the whole thing. I just understood what I was looking at. We're all going fucking home at a convergence time. One way or another. Don't fear. Don't lament. This is just what it looks like. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. They don't know much about creation, do they? They should probably read canon. See, if somebody wants to get into that conversation, I'll just stop it right there and be like, look, if we're going to converse about the King James Bible and or any Bible thereof of the Catholic Church, then we're going to have to go to the source of those books. Because as with anything, a health organization report, I would like to see the source material of the report rather than just reading the report blankly. This would also apply to any fucking thing in life, including the Bible. And once you start looking at canon, you find exactly what we found. Are you fucking kidding me? And if they don't want to go to the original source of the book, then they're fucking hypocrites by definition. Why deal with them? Write them off. Yeah, how did God come from a town? Because his name is either Enlil or Enki bloodline at whichever point that Bible was written, because Moses had a different fucking God than fucking Noah. Well, those are derived straight out of fucking cuneiform. All those tales. They talk about Enoch. The father of Noah, and how Noah was born of an odd birth because of Enki. We know who did it. Yep. Well, I mean, even in Source, if you go to Source, they tell you the story of Cain and Cain and Abel, and they tell you exactly how they went in and genetically marked Cain's descendants. The Bible doesn't tell you that. They tell us how exactly to tell who a Canaanite is. They genetically have a marker on their face, just like the Bible says. Genetically, they cannot grow hair. South America to the Four Corners. We know who the sons of Cain are because we went to Bible canon. It's not a mystery. I know. Who has the other two tablets of taught? That's a damn good question. Yeah, no, the farther back you go into my videos, the crazier it looks. It's like, holy, are you fucking kidding me? This guy, he said this, and you look at it, and then it's like, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I really did. I present good evidence. And it's a pity that not more people go look. It kills fear when you actually know what the fuck is going on. Completely kills it. And I've been afraid. You can see that in some of my videos. I didn't have these answers. We do now. We do now. Dr. Jelly got worming tablets. Oh, we can control anything to the atomic level. We just need to train ourselves back into it. And or be meek and let mama do it. Look, as I've been shown, and I fucking have no doubt, every other species inside Mother Earth still speaks our language and is very capable of teaching us. But you can't fear them and you can't hate them because they're ugly. We're 9 foot fucking tall spiders. Jesus. She has warrior classes, emissaries, all kinds of just, they have purposes to be here in creation. And they're going to help us. Good, Dad. How are you doing? Well, look, I know there's big spiders because Mom's been breaking me in on. All right, look, dude. When the coast is clear, and or these gatekeepers open their fucking gates, and we go down, your job's basically going to be to embrace your Anunnaki brethren and stand in between them and my emissaries because they're fucking terrified of Mother's warriors who've kept them out of the eternal burning sun for a long time. And she feels that I'm cannon fodder and that it would make them more comfortable. Now, I know the emissaries have no evil intent, and I have nothing to fear, of course, because our Creator's back in every atom in creation and knows where we're at, has a beat on things, and we're on its timeline, not mine. This is Creator's plan, not even Mother's. Um, she has emissaries, though, that have taken over some bunkers, and they're waiting. And one of the ones that I'm going to be closest to is a very large arachnid. And to date, I am just fucking absolutely useless, terrified around the smallest of arachnids. So that one sticks in my mind. I'm like, and it just sends chills. But I know this arachnid would do everything in its life power to protect me. So I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I just gotta tell myself this every day. It's gonna be all right. They make me just go to jelly. Yeah, I just can't. Oh, it freaks me out. It does me. I am fuck. But it goes to figure. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's do this. Yeah, welcome back, Glenn. It might be the induction closed field lines too. It's about that time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's do a check. Let's see what's happening on his fault. Because that's about the time I would cross through that geographically. And I'm pretty high up, so it does mess with my feed sometimes. Oops, I hit the quake map. That ain't gonna hurt anyways to look at. There's a 4-3. That's an hourly pop, I bet. Just as I suspected. Heavy induction heating. It just started slacking off though. And magnet fuckery. Tornadic activity. A nice little crunch going on. Top heavy. Okay. So, yeah, we're still fucked. Mama's really good at being a planet. I would expect signal fuckery today. Yes, sound can move things, and so can Lagrange points of magnets. They can actually move planets, as we've seen. It's not gravity that holds us on this sun. It's an actual void in the magnetic field. Yeah, she can handle a lot more than what we're getting. Yeah, that I don't concern myself about too much anymore. Yeah, sound and frequency. very important, the frequency you use. But magnetism is a much more powerful mover of force. Two of us can move mountains with our hearts in whole. You just pick that motherfucker up and roll it. The walls of Jericho tumbled to two opposing magnets, causing a formidable black hole to suck bricks right out of that fucking wall. That's how it was done. They tell you in the description it was definitely the arc, which is standard for two opposing magnets, whether that be a machine operated out of a capacitor box and two opposing cherub magnets, or two people in neatness opposing each other physically with their magnets in force, can create that magnetic draw that we're all very familiar with, that obviously creates a black hole. Yeah, I broke down the physics of what the actual Ark of the Covenant is. One or two videos. If you don't look hard, you'll miss it. Because it's just another piece of the big puzzle. Some of the more important parts, like why are we here? That I accentuate your heart, your magnet, stacking it, protecting all life, actually being a steward like we were told to be in that book. They give you the truth, but now we understand how the fuck I can actually protect the money. Chico did that across Seamus's bed, Doc. I just watched it happen, and I was like, he's making sure you remember him when you lay your head down tonight. His little butthole must have itched. I don't know. He planted that sucker square on the fucking bed sheet and drug it across it. I was like, God damn, dude. Oh. Scratching that bunghole. When did that happen, Aiden? Poo streaking. That must have happened recently then. Here's the thing. I happen to know there's more than one physical arc. I also happen to know where one of them is, and it ain't in Ethiopia. Early December. Okay, so that happened very recently. All right, I have oxygen to eat up. So let's continue with the who. Ah. Oh, shit. Shit, fuck. I got glass to blow.
So if you're trying to crank up your metabolism so that you can see faster results, there's one cooking spice that I beg you to add to your meals starting today, because this one cooking spice blocks what's known as the obesity protein, and the obesity protein basically attaches to your fat cells and helps them expand so that you become larger and larger. This is why you feel yourself getting more out of shape even when you
Put your shirt on, dude.
do try dieting and exercise.
God. This fucking naked dude talking to me about my abs. I don't want to fucking talk to him about nothing. Just put your shirt on.
Okay, Peloton, who's ready to work? It's a 30-minute pop ride. This should be fun.
Get out home motivation anytime you want it.
We are climbing through this forest. Let's get it.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com. Mix it up with YouTube Music Player. Discover new music and find old favorites with playlists made for every moment. Explore YouTube Music today.
Damn it! This is a big marvel.
That's the whole of making this round with. How, you may say? Very fucking carefully, that's how.
AdBlitz, a YouTube exclusive. Your home for big game ads. Watch your favorites again and again and again and again. Only on AdBlitz, a YouTube exclusive.
The reason has suffered massive in the replicable damage. You never know what has happened to him. Had I not been sure of this, I would not have committed him to live. Father? I need help.
What is the market? What is the market?
That's something to do, young man. Tell me, sir.
What is the market? Do you want freedom?
For democracy. Any man who gives his only begotten. It is impossible for these celebrated individuals to experience pain, pleasure, memory, dream, or thought. This young man will be as unfeeling, as unthinking as the dead, the day he joins them. I don't know whether I'm alive and dreaming or dead and remembering. How can you tell what's dream, what's real? You can't even tell when you're awake when you're asleep. Where am I?
I think I'm anything that told me to be towards you. Deep down inside, I feel the scream. This terrible silence stopping there. Now that the war is through, I'm waking up, I cannot see that there's not much left in me. Nothing is real but hate now. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh, please, God, wait me.
I just went ahead and chopped off everything. Oh, God. These things are beauty. They won't listen. They won't hear me. Hear me.
Got to feel as much for real. It comes back that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, and to the good experience in me. just like a wartime novel. Yeah, tight to the shoes that make me feel. Got this life up from there. Oh, my breath is highways for me. Oh, please, God, wait me. Oh, God help me. Oh, my breath is highway for dear. Oh, please, God help me. Lying here, like listen, what's that? I'm the 20
1 millimeter at a time now.
There's a couple of signature all the time.
And a millimeter round, especially this round. That's a lot of glass.
I need help. I'm in trouble and I need help.
Don't you remember when you were little? How you and Bill and I built string a wire between the two houses to telegraph to each other? You'll remember the Morse code.
Stop this! Imprisoning me! All that I see! I can lose all of I cannot live! I cannot die! Death to myself! Find my only fear!
It's Morse code. For what? SOS.
That's right! Taking my sight! Taking my sleep! Taking my hearing! Taking my heart! Taking my legs! Taking my soul! Let me live life in hell!
What's he saying? Kill me. Over and over again. Don't you have some message for him, Monica? He's a product of
Oh, YouTube. Yes, we are still listening. That fucking assholes. Good thing I can pause. Actually, I have to pause and let this go down. But I can polish the surface over here on that. Add a little family of mushrooms. Inside a massive fucking marble. With a pretty raking on the bottom.
Hello. Goodbye, Father. Each time here, nobody says anything. My arms, I could kill myself. I had legs, I could run away. I had voice. To talk to me sometimes, company for myself. I could yell for help, but nobody would help me. God, I see how I go on like this.
Just to see, I'm easily overwhelmed by persistence. One step from lasting. Now it's you want to have to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I'm trying for friends like you. What do I do? Give them no distraction anymore. What it takes, who I am, where I've been alone. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself, by yourself, stay away from me. All lesson learned in life. No tongue on sword. Free, spread, walk. What did you say? Free, spread, walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Ooh, like a lollipop. Ah, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness.
You cry away, friends, and sympathize. Get the hell of a violin, play your song.
The fucking weapon.
If there no standard anymore, what it takes, who I am, where I've been belong. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself, by yourself, stay away from me. All lesson learned in life. No wrong, not gone on sword. Free, back, walk. What did you say? Free, back, walk. Are you talking to me? Free, back, walk. What did you say? Free, back, walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? No way.
For something this big, you gotta give it a little extra time to cool.
Walk. What did you say? Free, back, walk. Are you talking to me? Free, back, walk. What did you say? Free, back, walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Walk on home, boy.
Fuck. Heavy. Hang on, I gotta fix this shit. Too heavy.
Lipstick scenes when I was shit. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, beneath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and dead. When my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs. And voices never shared. No one dared stand aside of silence. Fools say I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that are behind you. Take all your bed are behind you. But my words, I am silent, raindrops fall. Echoing words of silence. And the people bowing to the neon god they lay. In the sign flashed out in his forehead, and the words that it was spoken. In the signs there were words on the mountain top. We regardless of where he was.
Got two inside.
Tenements on whisper in the sound
Think that'll do it. Just needed to put a little break on it.
AdBlitz, a YouTube exclusive. Watch the best laughs, cries, and oh my's. Watch the big game ads the way you want. See them now on AdBlitz, a YouTube exclusive.
must have dreamed 1,000 dreams.
Motherfucker ain't coming in. She's not.
But I can hear the marching feet moving into the street. They say that they just found our way. But I can see the fire still alight, burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems. And there's not much left to go around. And to see this is a lot of confusion. This is the world we live in. And these are the hands we're given. You gotta let's start trying.
I think I could stand on it and wouldn't move now. It'll hold my marble. Fucking crazy. Alright, let's try this shit again.
I'm losing control by the time. This is the time. How we love you, girl. Not much left go round. Everyone is a land of illusion. This is the world we live in. We are the hands we're
Motherfucker, bounce, got food for it. Fucking good shit. Almost grabbed it. Because my hand already hurt. It reminded me not to do that. What is that? Something hot? Don't try that at home, this is horrible. This is a fucking marble doing that with. That's how you make a marble magnificently round. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing! I'm fucking weird. Woo, baby. Eat it. Eat it.
am only sound of it. Another day gone, another night gone. Dark was for me underground and never went away completely. How can I feel this empty?
I only dance with my flame. Motherfucking genius run when I turn this bitch on. Oh, damn. He didn't just go, man. If I don't dance with my flame, this will blow up on me. You gotta fucking do that rhythm. Most glass blowers won't even attempt what I'm doing right now. That's just the beginning of what I do. Hey, look at me. You tell a room temperature glass. Yes, as a matter of fact, that is. All day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. My glass is top notch. Motherfucking best quality available. Nothing but blood. See what I do, Mo? I don't need one. I got my friends. I got my baby. It smokes in my hand. We never party much. And then occasionally she'll cut me and burn me, but you know, I'm good. At least I know it's my fault when it happens. In the asylum, I'm just a lie. I let go, now it's time to get into your head. Our asylum, it's a lie. Oh, my God, I'm not feeling it. I will get to join you every time. I can't know it's not for Hate to interrupt you, but I've had some questions about what I just did come up. And I wanted to answer them because I just did it again. And I thought consciously about what I did. Yes, I roll it mostly like this. Why do I reverse right at the end? It's not because of the mass. It's because the faster the spin, the faster your glass heats. And I'm about to pull that shit. So I want gravity to spin that shit down my hand instead of rolling it up my hand. Whoosh, that motherfucking shit goes, and I fucking, it only takes a few seconds after you get it that hot, just fucking roll that shit, and it gets so fucking hot. That's why I reverse my spin. It's the only reason I reverse my spin. And it's so ingrained that I just do it now. I don't even fucking think about it. It's just something I do. So there's your answer, guys and gals.
on the mission, the powers that copy away. I'm on the time to carry love colors again. I'm on a mission, the no last spoken defense. To win the other love coming back home again. Don't waste a mission, we'll run around doing it. I'm on the top, destroy our lives every day. My tradition, and I'm
Sometimes I know it's the music. So fucking fuck off. That's why I go faster. It's like my double bass. Woo, buddy. I do let my job. I think it's funny that I can't believe that water was you will be shown how I become indestructible. I already know your next question too. I know, right? Why do I introduce it like this? Because if the flame is uneven and the heat's uneven, what's going to happen? This is the only way I know how it's even. It's an even roll. This one's more erratic. It's in and out of the heat, but it's fucking fast. You can't shock your glass like that. You got to introduce it. Notice how I'm shaking in and out of the flame. I realize I'm not going in and out of the flame a lot, but just breaking the skin of that flame, the properties of your glass want to cool down. Therefore, you're not shocking your glass. You just got to introduce it nice and even, with an even roll. Once you get it heated, then you can get radical with it and start fucking doing the super spin. I wouldn't suggest starting out like boom! That's about the result you'll get. You gotta watch my hands. If it helps, throw on some metal, baby. Ain't nothing like it. That saves you a lot of time and a lot of energy with your kills instead of preheating that shit. We're going right in fucking that thing. I'm as you know that I've become impossible. Determination and let it go, masterful. Someday I'm a time to get what you go. I'm like a mission, but you cannot follow. Every broken enemy will know that my brother did not begin to feel so. They got lies, no go around and on your own line. I'm indestructible, master of war. I'm on the way, I'm on the cost, I'm in the fight, I'm on the things I'm coming down for me tonight. My dedication to one the last will protect. I carry out my own affair, not a regret. I take all the truth and ability, when I'm a shit, when I'm not a man, I'm the rock, how it began. No hesitation when I am coming down to the strike. You need to know that you're in the fighting your life. You will be shown how I become indestructible. Determination and this is unpossible. From the colors I never to move. I'm like a man, but we are not vulnerable. Every broken enemy will go. Every that I begin invincible. Take a last look, go around the world. I am indestructible. Master of war. Determination and this is unpossible. Come together, shine together, to behold. I'm like a mission, but we are not avoidable. Every broken enemy will know that every bullet that I begin invincible. Take a last look, go around on your own line. I am indestructible, indestructible. Determination and this is unpossible. Come together, shine together, to behold. I'm like a mission, but we are not avoidable. Every broken enemy will know that I'm going to be invincible. Take a last look, go around on your own line. I am indestructible, master of war. Jesus, another lost soul, I'm not doing mine again. Be a receiver, and it's me on your control, you will not think again. I'm on 11, where the lemon on hold, as only no child, she was taken, and then was taken. You will remember it all, and it will be on mind again. I speak on this, for soul, take no word, falling water, and no soul to me, from eternity, release for life, to begin the time and now with me, as I know the way, release your life, take your place inside of fire.
no desire. And she got second, going on no time to work she burn. So you can never, she will remember all the little young ones that I see all this for so they over. One little down, yes, that's so to me. Some eternity, release your life to the end of the time when and your way will be. There's another way, release your life, take your place inside the fire. Take your place inside the
Yeah, baby. And that, motherfuckers, is how you use up 600 pounds before 5 o'clock. Love, you got to go. I'll be back. I got to get oxygen so I can work this weekend. Dun, dun, dun.